Hello and welcome to another What's Inside. Today we are looking at a Despicable Me 3 Mega Construx set from Mega Brands, which I believe is owned by Mattel. This one is 32 pieces and is called the Cheese Merry-Go-Round. Now this obviously has a lot of small parts, so you won't want to give it to kids 3 and under. They recommend ages 5 and up, probably due to the complexity. So let's go ahead and open this up and see what the contents are. As you can see, the box on mine's pretty banged up, but that shouldn't affect the contents. Now, don't forget to take your little figure out. These figures are actually pretty nice quality. Then we've got our pieces bags. There's actually 2 of them in this case in our instruction book. The little instruction sheet is just a fold out telling you how to assemble it. It's pretty helpful, but the paper quality isn't the greatest, so it will get torn up. And it does have like a picture of the different figures and stuff that the little series has. So the line has a lot of different sets, and most importantly it has a parts list on here. So I'm going to zoom the camera in a little bit so we can get a better look at these pieces and we'll see what they look like. So the parts list is very handy. You'll want to keep that. Then our little figure, like I've said previously with some of these sets, you'll want to check the band around the eyes if you're a collector, because this piece will come off if this breaks, and it's not very good silicone, so it will probably break. There's an indentation on the head where the band goes on this figure, and there is a slot where the eyes connect to the body, if I can hold it. So it will, you probably could like super glue it or something, but that'll ruin any collector value as far as like future money goes. But if you're just playing with it or something, you can always super glue it. The waist does twist. I did not realize that. Alright, that's kind of neat. Alright, let's look at these pieces. So there's 2 bags. There's one with really small bits and one with the bigger pieces. So let's look at these little things first. Oh yeah, these are real tiny. Alright, so we got a little flag and a bunch of other little pieces. They're very colorful. They're okay quality. Over time, I don't know how well they're gonna hold up, but we got these little handlebar things. Alright, let's open the big bag up. Now if you end up missing a piece, the parts sheet would come in really handy. So you can try and track one down or buy a replacement online. But if you don't have the parts list, that's going to be a little bit more of a problem. That's why we're looking at them now. Alright, so here's the parts of the circle of cheese. Then we've got this base piece. And that piece, and then a couple of big square pieces. So most of the pieces are real small, and you probably could get replacements out of another set, or like I said, get them online. This plastic bar piece is probably the piece that's most important, because it's going to be the most difficult to replace. Same with these little handlebar things. Right here. So yeah, the majority of the pieces are going to be really tiny, but the colors are very vibrant. It's pretty decent plastic, so it should hold up okay to even moderate to heavy play wear. But the figure is obviously going to be important, and I told you about the headpiece. That's probably the most important part that you would want to keep an eye out on if you're buying it used. Overall, it's a pretty nice little set. You get kind of something to play with. And considering the price on these is usually around $5 or $6, it's usually worth it to get the kids a figure to play with some extra little pieces to play with for their larger sets. And the main thing, I think, if you're buying this is the figure or you're collecting them. But if you're buying it for a kid, they're going to want it for the figure, I think, more than anything. So make sure you have the parts list so that you know what pieces need to be replaced if you buy it used and you don't have all the pieces or you want to recreate it. Overall, it's a neat little set. I would definitely recommend it. It's worth the money. It's not a bad set, and Mega Brands is always pretty reliable. But that is what is inside the cheese merry-go-round box set. Pretty cute little set. And we've seen what's inside, so that's going to do it for me. As always, thank you so much for watching and supporting the channel. If you enjoyed the video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe so you don't miss future openings. And we hope to see you on the next one.